Karen from EdibleWildFood.com here, and today's video is about the Himalayan Balsam in all its grandeur. Look at that, 10 feet tall, but they can be as short as 3 feet tall. So anywhere from 1 meter to 3 meters, and maybe even larger. So the Himalayan Balsam is also known as the Himalayan Balsam. It's known as jumping jacks and copper tops, which I don't know why. I don't see any copper really, except for maybe when the leaves turn color. Jewelweed, ornamental jewelweed. But make no mistake, this is not jewelweed. Jewelweed has orange flowers. And let's take a quick peek at that. And this is jewelweed. You can see it has the same structure flower as the Himalayan Balsam. It's quite attractive. But the leaf structure is totally different. But I just wanted to show you the comparison. So this plant was introduced to Britain, actually, from India in 1839, it's believed. And it was brought there as an alternative to the orchids that were grown by the wealthy in greenhouses. But before long, its exploding seeds, let's see, I don't see any more down here, all the way down there, let's go. So anyways, of course it didn't stay contained for long, because those exploding seeds just escaped everywhere, and before long the Himalayan Balsam took root in places where no one ever thought was imaginable. Many people think that this is basically a riverside plant, but it's not. It can grow anywhere. Although there is a river just on the other side of all that greenery, I have been in places where there is no water around at all. Its Latin name is Impatiens glandulifera, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And basically, impatiens, that name originates from Latin, meaning impatient. And that's in reference to the seed that just doesn't want to, let's see if I can get one to go. And here. No. Oh, there we go. Actually, that one was actually easy. Oh, look at that. See, they're just popping all over the place. So that's where impatience comes from. Being impatient to stay in the seed pod or to release itself. And the reference of glandulifera means to have flowers with glands. So there are some glands in there somewhere. Hang on. Let's see what I can do. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Can't really see them, but there's a close-up. Some of these, as I mentioned before, are rather short by comparison to some of the others that grow. All of them, though, have almost like a bamboo-like stem. And those stems are hollow. Let's see if I can do this. Kind of hard. Oh, bear with me, bear with me. There we go. There we go. So you can see the stem is hollow. And the leaves, let's see here. There's a nice example. So the leaves are opposite, and they can be whorled, usually at the top like that. It's kind of, you can see they just grow right around the stem. And the leaf shape is lanceolate to lance ovate. The leaves are simple. The margins are serrated, and the margins are, of course, the edge. They're somewhat serrated. And on the larger plants, these leaves can get up to 15 centimeters long, which is 6 to 7 inches. That's very impressive, like this one right here. Very impressive in length. And standing in this area right now, I love the fact that there's so many bees pollinating this right now. It's just affirmation that there's still a lot of bees around. Anyway, so these flowers occur from June through to October. And right now we are nearing the end of the first week of September. And they're pink, irregular in shape. They're solitary flowers. And they occur only at the top of the auxiliary stem, which is right there. And actually, while I'm here, this is the area where I did my video on fleabane. And you can see it's still persisting. It's still in there. And there's some very healthy teasel root leaves, or teasel leaves, as well as some burdock. But this teasel, that's very impressive, the size. They look so healthy. But back to the Himalayan Balsam. I was hoping to try to carefully open up one of these fruits to show you the 5 chambered capsules that these are, but unfortunately they just curl up like crazy and I can't do that. However, here are what the seeds look like, and when they are mature, they just explode forcefully, and it's kind of funky actually, and each one has the ability to produce, or each plant, not each of these fruit capsules, but one plant has the capability of producing 800 seeds. So let's see if I can get one to explode here. There we go. Now it's not doing a really fantastic job at exploding. Some of them are said to shoot out 8 to 10 feet. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'm finding normally they go maybe 1 foot to 2 foot, and a lot of them just end up just falling down. So we're going to take a little closer of a look at this particular plant. It's maybe 5 feet, or just more than 5 feet. Here in my eyes, I'm 6 feet tall, so it's not as tall as some of its brothers and sisters, I guess. And the leaves on this one, though, are incredibly impressive. The size of these are quite large. This one in particular is a good 3 to 4 inches across and a good 8 to 9 inches long. It's huge. So once again, let's just take a little closer look at the stems. And this plant multi-branches quite a few times. Comes out, and then the leaf formations occur, and at the top of each of those stems, the flowers. And of course, the seed. Okay, now first and foremost, this is actually a medicinal and edible plant. Anyone who suffers from arthritis, kidney or bladder stones, or kidney disease, or kidney stones, or bladder stones, gout, hyperacidity, rheumatism, okay, stay away from this plant, please. You are highly advised not to use this plant for any purpose whatsoever, and I'll get to that shortly. The flowers are known to have cooling properties. Come on, let's go, let's focus. Okay, the flowers are known to have cooling properties, and the leaves have actually been used to soothe burns. Now, how exactly, I don't know. And in addition, the seeds are diuretic. I'm going to try to gather some seeds while I'm out here today. If you become curious and want to gather the seeds of the Himalayan Balsam, I would highly recommend that you do this while you are on site, because you don't want to take these home and end up with a whole crop of these in your backyard. Now, the best way to do it, I'm going to try, is you kind of put your hand around and pull, and you see some of them will snap, and out they come. And some of them will actually explode and go about 2-3 feet away if they're fully mature and ready to go. See there we go. We're just going to do that. So as you can see, to gather the seeds, this is going to take a long time to have any ability to create new recipes using these. So perhaps just adding seeds to a smoothie on top of a salad. That's about the best way I could suggest using these, unless you have all day, of course, and then you can just do what I'm doing. The Himalayan balsam contains high amounts of minerals, and especially calcium. So this is why, first of all, if you have arthritis, gout, kidney stones, kidney issues, etc., you just can't be using this whatsoever. And for all of us, even if we are healthy, moderation, extreme moderation. Let's not go too crazy on it. All right, so it contains, of course, the calcium oxalates, which we know is harmful, or can be harmful in its raw state, but cooking breaks it down. So you could gather these leaves, take them home, cook them up, add them to soups, stews, lasagnas, casseroles, you name it. So they have definitely a good use in our kitchen. What else it contains, I'm not too sure. If I find anything else before I actually post this video, I'll put the links below. But it's really hard trying to find mineral and vitamin content of this particular plant. And the young leaves and the shoots actually can be cooked as well, but of course these are way past their best before date. And the seed is actually very tasty. It has a nutty flavor. It's very pleasant. It's really surprisingly pleasant. And but we know it's really, really difficult to gather them in mass quantities because of the way they explode. And of course, they got to be ready. So sometimes when we come out, some of them may be ready to pop and others aren't. And let's see. There we go. That popped. There we go. I'll have to add that to my bag. So Chance isn't with me today, but his bags do come in handy when I'm out foraging. All right, this is the part of the video where I say thank you to everybody for watching. And I love you all for being my subscribers. I can't thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you're brand new to my channel, if you can do me the kindness and consider subscribing, be sure to hit the notification bell for future uploads. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I just want to say that with food prices going right through the roof, and many items are totally unattainable now for so many people, which is absolutely sad. And the food crisis in the food chain supply that it's percolating right now, in my opinion, and I think the worst is yet to come. There's so much food out here. Okay, yeah, these guys are invasive. Let's not complain about it. Let's do something about it. Get those leaves, get those shoots earlier in the year. Gather as many seeds as you can. Take the flowers. Why not? It's free food. It's out here and there's so much of it. So having said that, I need to gather my flowers, and so I can get home and show you what I'm going to do with them. And I could be on borrowed time. We have some rain coming in, which there was some thunder if you could hear it. I'm just excited. We've just had several days where we've had humidity levels hitting over 40 degrees Celsius, which is over 100 Fahrenheit. So yeah, I gotta get gathering before that rain moves in. Thanks for watching, everyone, but stay tuned. See what I do with this. This is a tea that I made, and what I did is I took a couple of pinches of the Himalayan flowers and, well, the Himalayan Balsam, and I took a few elderberries and a slice of lemon. I let it infuse for about 20 minutes, and when I put it into my cup, I added just a little bit of maple syrup, and it's a pretty nice tasting beverage. And here are the seeds that I gathered. I didn't get a whole heck of a lot. The storm came in and it was torrential. One of those brief ones, but still it was nice. I'll have to go back tomorrow and get more seeds, and what I plan to do with these is I want to use these as a coating on like crackers or biscuits, and or even a loaf of bread for that matter. But as you can see, I didn't get many today. Tomorrow I'll get more. Thanks for watching, everybody.